All right, ladies. So today on Pillow Talk Hour with Father Alex, we're going to be answering some of your questions that you guys have asked me on Patreon and through the questions that you guys paid for by going on the description down below and clicking where it says work with me one-on-one, where you guys could get one-on-one coaching privately or ask these types of questions for a more affordable price. All right. So we're going to be answering some of your questions, and I'm going to be giving you guys my take on it. And so let's begin this, okay? It says, I'm dating a man for 8 months. I wanted to keep it casual at first. He said to be polyamorous. I tested your strategies on him, and after 2 months, he wanted a committed relationship. We saw each other often, and everything went great until a problem arose. From then on, he said he doubted our future. I distanced myself, and he came back after a few weeks. Okay, so you use my strategies. He doubted the future. He doubted the future with you, right? And because of that, you distanced yourself, and then he came back. Okay, good. He told me he was sorry and wanted to give it another chance. Good. That's what I'm talking about. You see, it works, right? Sometimes people just need distance. You see, there are two types of decisions. There's rational decisions, and then there is emotional decisions. Emotional decisions usually leads to people going back and regretting it. And usually you could tell emotional decisions because they usually happen after something bad happened, and in that moment they make that decision, but they usually regret it. But then you have rational decisions, and those decisions usually take months. They fester in their minds, and after a few months out of nowhere, and it's not like something bad happens, out of nowhere, they just pull away. And in those cases, there's nothing you could do about it. I wanted to give him that chance, but he went even slower than 2 months ago. I wanted to give him that chance, but he went even slower than before. Okay, so he said he attested your strategies, and after 2 months he wanted to commit a relationship. We saw each other until a problem arose, and then he didn't want it. Okay, I wanted to give him that chance, but he went even slower. 2 months ago, he became more distant and said he is dating other girls again, but still wants to see me. I have doubts because I love him and think we are compatible. But I don't know if I'm okay with the polyamorous aspect. Although I also doubt if I want a completely monogamous relationship. He initiates again, but he is less committed than before, and I miss what we had at first. How can I reverse the situation? Look, you initially did what I would have told you to do, all right? You pulled away because he was acting in the ways that you don't want him to act. But unfortunately, when a guy pulls away and you use my strategies and then they go back to you, there's a period where every guy behaves well, right? And that period means nothing, right? Because that period, every person would do that. But after the honeymoon period fades away, that's when you begin to differentiate the men that like you versus the men that don't like you that much. And in this case, he's pulling away. And now you need to use my strategies again. Your sense of compatibility, you're only looking at a very narrow picture. You're only looking at the part that are compatible, and you're ignoring all the other parts that you're not compatible with. You might be saying that you guys have good chemistry, but good chemistry is not enough. The most important compatibility is the fact that you guys want the same thing. And you guys have the same values. And it doesn't seem like you guys have the same values. What you have to do is do the same thing you did last time. But the next time he comes back, you don't just take him back easily. You don't just say, yeah, sure, come back. You're going to have to make him pay a price. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're going to have to make him pay that price. You're going to have to make him lick your ass. And again, like I always say, it is not a metaphor. Did you shower? I don't know. Let him find out. The point is that, or make him lick your ass, make him write a letter, make him do something. I would prefer a letter. But if he likes to lick ass, then you're doing him a goddamn favor. So make sure he's not a freak, okay? Because if he's a freak, then you're doing him a favor, all right? That's not a punishment. That's a fucking reward. Find out what he does. If he's broke, make him buy you something. That's expensive, right? If he likes to lick ass, make him, and he's rich, make him write a letter, right? Like, if he's a writer, then make him, I don't fucking know, make him pay a price. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that the next time he thinks about leaving you again, he's gonna think about that sweet taste of ass. He's gonna think about the fact that he wrote you a letter. He's gonna think about the fact that you made him buy something expensive to get you back. And if he says no to that, it just means in his mind, you're not worth that price. That's all that means. It just means in his mind, you're not worth that price. I don't mind the monogamous or polyamorous, whatever. There's different types of relationships. But the point is that it doesn't sound like you guys are compatible. And you reverse the situation, but not every situation is reversible. Some are, but some are not. And the way you could tell is that when you apply my strategies, they behave well, but then they go back to their normal behavior. You should only need to use my strategies one time. And unfortunately, in this case, he's hard-headed, and you have to keep using my strategies. That's not a good thing. So unfortunately, just make him pay a price. The next time he comes back, break it off. Say, you know what? I'm not happy with this. If he says why, just say I'm not happy. I need a break. You know, I need a break because I don't like the way things are going. If he says, what do you mean? You just say, I'm just not happy. Give me space and just pull away. And then let him come back to you. Let him come back. And then once he says, hey baby, yeah, you wanna get this, you wanna try this again? And then you say, well, you know what? I don't like the way things ended between me and you. I didn't like the way things were the last few months. If I'm gonna get back with you, you're gonna have, like, are you willing to make it up to me? And then if he says, like what? Then you say, blah, 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 blah. And if he says, I ain't making shit up to you, then you say, you know what? Never mind then, and move on. And if he says, and the thing is, you have to be willing for him to say, I am not paying that price. Because if you say that and then he says, I'm not paying that price, and then you just take him back, now you look like an idiot. Now, if that happens, don't tell people you watch my channel, because now you're looking dumb. So you have to be willing to follow through this, all right? Okay, all right. Now we're going to go to a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't purchased any of my courses, we have a special bundle deal for everyone. So that you could purchase all of my courses, meaning you could purchase the Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, and Nice Girl, along with all of the bonuses. Originally, if you purchase everything without the bundle, it'll be around $500, to be honest with you. But right now, if you guys purchase it, with the bundle, you guys will be able to get all of these courses: Psychological Game of Attraction, which is for women who are single; Natural Chemistry, which is for women who are in a relationship; Nice Girl, which is a course on assertiveness, along with all of the bonuses: Social Mastery, Practical Mastery in terms of how to master anything; Social Mastery in terms of how to master your social skills; and the Laws of Human Nature, wherein it's part of the Robert Greene book club I used to have. All of these, naturally, like I said, it's $500. Now you get it at $394, which is essentially 20% off everything. But if you guys want to purchase a more affordable bundle, you guys can purchase the bundle without the bonuses, and that will be at $224 rather than the $300. Well, rather than the $293 that you guys would naturally purchase it. So you could purchase it with the bundle or without the bundle. You could purchase it with the bonuses or without the bonuses. And everyone who's purchased my course have been satisfied with it. And if they didn't like it, I always give their money back. I have never rejected a refund. All right. So purchase it right now. Click on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. And I'll see you guys inside.
All right. The next person says, hey, Alex, 3 days ago, myself and a guy was casual decided to end things over a few reasons. One of those reasons being he woke up to me giving him head a few times. And we never talked about it previously. And the other thing being, he's talking with someone else. I love him, and he said he wanted to stay friends, but I told him I wasn't sure which. He seemed sad about it. I haven't spoken to him since, but I'm really scared for him because he had suicidal thoughts and almost attempted a few days ago prior to our conversation. I want a relationship with him. And I feel like the only hope is to let him go for a while, whether that be a month or a year. But I'm scared if I leave and cut him off, that he's gonna end it. So I guess my question is, how do I get him back and what do I do now? Thanks for your time. Oh my God. So now because he's suicidal, now I can't tell you to leave him. Look, my God, people, you guys cannot be putting me in these types of situations, man. Like, what is going on here? Look, my love, this guy does not want a relationship with you. He says he wants to be friends with you. And then he got mad at you giving him a blowjob at sleep? Like, what the hell is that? He gets mad at that? I personally, I don't know what to say about this. I'm a little, he wants to be friends with you. You know, if I was you, I would just start dating other people and tell him about it. I think that would be your solution. Just start telling him about it, but then you say, oh, well, I don't want him to feel sad. My love, look, man, like, honestly, like, that's not a fair question for me, you know, because you're putting me in a situation where I can't tell you to leave because then you'll say, but I told you it's suicidal. No, fuck that. You gotta leave that guy. That's not your problem. That is not your problem. People do that to guilt trip you. And that is manipulation. That is pure and utter manipulation. And also, if he's not doing it, then you're manipulating yourself. You gotta cut that out, girl. You gotta move on, delete him. Hopefully nothing happens. Wish him the best, but that's not your problem. All right? That's not your problem. And that, move on. All right? I hope he gets help, but that's not your problem. That is not your problem. That is not your problem. Look, I'll say this. I've done that. It hurt. It hurt. You know, like I've done that, and it's like, and it's not. It wasn't me being an asshole, but I noticed that she was trying to manipulate me by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna cut myself," and then I was like, you know what? That's not my problem, and I left. That's not my problem. That's not your problem. That is not your burden. That's not your life. Move on and don't let people manipulate you like that. That is pure manipulation. Like, come on, man. And then you say, how do I get him back and what do I do now? I'm almost attempted suicide prior to our conversation. How do you know what he told you? He told you? I don't know, man. Like you gotta move on. This is toxic. And you're scared if I cut him off. No, cut him off. This is your life. This is your life, and you have to move on. People use weakness as a form of manipulation. That is a fact, and he's using it. Move on and find somebody else. This is not the guy for you. I'm sorry. Like, I hate to sound like a broken record, but what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? Like, it's like, I'm sorry. You have to move on, all right? Hope I didn't sound too mean, all right? Anyways, if you guys want to work with me, look, man, people, man, like, what do you guys want me to say? You know, what do you guys want me to say? If you guys ever want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org to work with me one-on-one. If you guys ever want to check out any of my seminars, we're having a seminar in London at the end of July. Click on the description down below to purchase those tickets. We're having, we're pre-order my course, Emotional Mastery. If you're watching this, go get that course. Because right now, you're letting your emotions manipulate you. You're too much of an empathic. And you feel emotion to an extent that it almost sabotages you. So it's kind of like for people like that, for nice people who are easily manipulated by emotions, this is your course. All right. Click on the description down below to pre-order it right now. It's going to be around $250 when it goes out, but right now it's at $120. So order it now before the prices go up. And yeah, people. Like, it's all with love, man, but sometimes questions just blow my mind sometimes, and it's not me being condescending, but it's just sometimes I just don't know what to expect sometimes, and it's like all right, man, take care, man.